Most of the college students wake up very late in terms of targeting their job. Some even wait till their placement season starts. But do you know you can start preparing for your job from the day one of your college? And the sooner you start it, the easier it will get. Obviously, a good college can make all the difference because the brand name and already existing placement can actually help you to make that first move. But today I'll be talking about 7 steps that if you take, the job will be guaranteed regardless of your marks in the college and regardless of what kind of placement services your college has. But before we get started, as I was talking about good colleges, I want to give shout out to today's sponsor of the video, which is Jaipuria School of Business, Ghaziabad. For those who are not aware, Jaipuria School of Business is an institute for management studies. It's AICTE approved by Ministry of Education, Government of India, and it caters to all the management specializations. You name it, they have it: finance, HR, marketing, operations and supply chain, business analytics, and international business. The main advantage of such PGDM programs over typical MBA is that they are designed to make you industry ready. They have syllabus and curriculum which is designed by working professionals and which is revised time to time to ensure that whatever students learn there is in 100% alignment with what is required in the industry in current scenario. And the programs are equally acceptable in the government sector as well. So with over 76 years of education expertise and value-added certificate programs, Jaipuria School of Business really stands out as a great option. Plus, they have international immersion program for Singapore and Dubai in all the specializations that I just mentioned, with a scholarship of up to 1.5 lakhs and 100% placements. With highest package offered as 17.5 to an average package of 6.6 lakh, the college has been rewarded 2 ranking awards recently. Number 1, Jaipuria School of Business stands out on the rank of 47 in the list of 100 top B schools, private B schools in India, and position 16th in terms of top private B schools in North India in the ranking of IIRF 2022. Also, Jaipuria School of Business has a huge network of alumni because they have been in the industry for 76 years. So they have a huge network, which means you get an assured industry interface and expert talk throughout your journey. Plus, they do have faculties from IIMs and FMs on board so that the students enrolled here get a holistic learning experience. Admissions are open now for the batch of 2022 and 24. Colleges accepting the applications. So do check out the link in the description box and in the comment section as well. So with that, let's move back to the topic that we were discussing: 7 steps to get a job for sure before you graduate. So let's get started. And the number 1 step on the list is pretty obvious and the most important one. You will have to narrow down on the job profile that you want to work on. You might want to have a career into data analytics, or maybe data science, or maybe business analytics, HR, or maybe variety of options are there in your head. But if you are already in a college, you must have chosen a specialization as per your interest. And even if it is not for your interest, for example, there can be cases where students do choose specializations just because of the college. They want to study in that college. Maybe the name of the college is good, but they want to land into some other kind of job. Maybe they chose mechanical, electrical, electronics, but at the end they want to land into a software job or maybe a business management kind of job. So in those scenarios also, it becomes very important that you define what kind of job role you want to do when you get out of that college. Narrow down on one job profile, and if you want to have 2 in the backup, that's also fine, but those 2 job profiles should be similar to each other or maybe complementing each other. Otherwise, preparing for 2 very diverse job profiles can be a very difficult task, and you might end up just wasting your time and not necessarily making any progress on any of that. So that's the point number 1. And if you are somebody who cannot do this on your own and you need a hand holding by someone so that you can arrive at that best option that is suitable for you in terms of job profile, you can go to Corporate Diaries app, and there is a program that can help you identify all of that, and there are many other things that are available there. So if you are interested, you can enroll for that program. but it can be done on your own. So please spend some time and be aware of what kind of jobs you want to do in future, and sit with yourself and narrow down that list. Step number 2, you have to accumulate information regarding all the skill set that is required for that job profile. Say for example, you want to be a data analyst, then you must know what needs to be there in you, what needs to be learned when you want to be a data analyst. And how you can do that? It's pretty simple. Log into naukri.com or any other job portal, give a search for data analyst or any other profile that you want to, and give a search for that title, and there will be thousands of job descriptions that will pop out in the search. Read through them, and the skills that are common throughout all the job descriptions are the key skills to become a data analyst. Again, if you need hand holding, you can enroll for the program, but you can very well do it on your own as well. So invest some time and find out the complete list of the skill set that is required for that job profile. That is our step number 2. Now moving on to step number 3, creating an outline, or you can say creating a syllabus that will help you cover all the skills, all the topics that are required for that job profile. See, whatever you study in your college has a curriculum, has a syllabus, and that syllabus leads you towards a degree that you will get at the end. Likewise, you will have to create a syllabus that will lead you to that job offer that you want for your dream job or whatever job you want to pursue. So that's very important. You have to chart out, like in first semester I would read through these skills, in second semester I would do this. So you have to have that breakup in front of you to see how you will progress towards learning all those skill sets. Do not just start jumping on all the skills at once, because then it will become quite overwhelming and you will drop out in mid of that, because you'll have to study for your college also. You have to maintain that sanity that you score good marks or at least average marks throughout your college. So please invest your time accordingly. Also, for people who start late, it's not that you have to implement all these steps from the day one. Even if you are on a later stage of your education, maybe you are in third year or final year, whatever time is left, implement these steps and try to learn those skills in that time frame. Divide the syllabus accordingly to get it covered in the time whatever is available with you. Obviously now you can't go back in time and have it all, but whatever is left with you, make a wise use of it. Now step number 4, once you have the list of the skill set, you have the syllabus with you, the outline how you are going to learn that. Now what you have to do is you have to use resources from your college. Now in every college you will find there are people, maybe your seniors or maybe your professors, that are very good and that are famous for a particular skill set. Say for example, if you are trying to learn certain programming, you will find out somebody in the college, maybe a professor or senior or maybe your classmate who's very good in that skill set. So for that first kickstart, you can take their guidance, you can approach them yourself, because honestly nobody is going to do that for you. You have to do that favor for yourself. You have to approach people, and believe me, once you approach, nobody will deny. At the max, some of them may say that I'm busy, you may come back after some time, or I cannot do this now, maybe let's catch up later. So you will have to keep pursuing these opportunities and have to make use of them. Take their guidance, because these guys would know step-by-step structure to learning those skills. Because as a beginner, it may sound quite difficult to start from where to start, what to learn first. So these people can guide you on that. And if you do not have anybody on your campus, in your class, in your college who can help you on this, then try enrolling for boot camps or programs, online courses which are there available for short amount of time, which can quickly run you through all the concepts structure wise. That's very important, because you don't know which skill is the key skill, how much time you should spend on skill A, skill B, skill C. You might spend all your time on skill C while the most important skill is skill B. So who will tell you that? So it's very important, if you're a beginner and you struggle to create a structure for learning, then you take help either offline from these people on your campus, or you enroll in some structured programs online. So whichever way works for you. And then the next step is, obviously you'll start learning and upscaling your skills, but in parallel you have to make sure that you design your socials accordingly. You must have a LinkedIn account that showcases what skill you are enthusiastic about or what's your upcoming job profile. If not an expert, your profile should definitely indicate that you are at least an enthusiast of that particular skill. Say for example, if you are aiming to a data analyst, then your profile can say a data analyst enthusiast, so that somebody visiting your profile will have an idea that this person belongs to this field, rather than just having a title of a student engineering graduate studying in this college. So that doesn't speak much. That's a very generic way of defining your profiles. Make it very specific to the skills that you want to target, the job profiles that you want to target. And point number 6 is that you have to continuously test your skills before you are actually there in the ocean sailing your boat. What does that mean? That means once you are in your 3rd year, or maybe before, if you are confident of your skill, try giving interviews, maybe for internships or like part-time projects. If you cannot find any such projects, maybe you define your profile on freelancing websites, so that will help you a lot. Why? Because you will see real assignments happening there and you will know where is the gap. It's very important to find that gap, because now you have the time. If there is any gap, you can fill it. You can learn it more in that area. You can put more effort in that area. And if you do not test your skills, you will be under impression that I know a lot, but unless and until you'll implement it or you test it, you'll not get a clear idea. It doesn't matter you get the job or not. That's not the agenda of appearing in these interviews when you're in college, when you're testing your skills. The agenda is very different. Even if you're rejected, just feel happy about it, because the agenda is to figure out the gap. The agenda is to be confident in the interviews. Just imagine how great it would feel when you're appearing for an interview when there's nothing to lose, because you are anyway not sitting there to get a job. You are there to test your skills. It's a great feeling, believe me, and if you can do that, nothing like it. That leads to our last step, which is say for example, even if you get a job or you do not get a job, you will only start it after your college is over. So that means you have that buffer time. In that time, do not sit idle, or do not just lose the time just celebrating just because you already have an offer in hand. Use that time to upskill yourself continuously. You can train others in your college. Teaching others the subject that you want to be specialist at is a very good way of improvising, and by the time your college is over, you will have full confidence to kickstart your journey into the real job. So that was it, guys. Hope you find this session helpful and it helps you in some area of your life. If you still have queries, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll take a look at them and will try to answer all of them to the best of my abilities. With that, I'm signing off. You stay tuned to more content on Corporate Diaries to be corporate ready, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.